Hello to all of them. As I promised every week, I will update you what is happening in the Rave Group as owner and CEO. As I said, the company is global and will soon begin its connection and operation in Israel, the US, Gulf countries, and the African countries, Europe, Asia. Soon the basis of the world flow C connected into the process. The connects of the Rave Group and I, as owner and CEO, are as many as large companies and those who want to grow and to grow. The universities do not end with the fact that the heads of state university has seen flow and conduction into the process, growing and expanding every day. All this is according to our campaign from vision to reality to see a better economic world and the state of Israel. As the owner of the company, throughout the past 17 years as a political activist, I have lived among the citizens of Israel as one of them, and so will always be until the end of the day of my death. I am 63 years old and the father of two wonderful sons and a recently born grandson. My mother will differentiate for long life, and my dear family, my brother-in-law and his two children. Continues this activity first and foremost for me, father of, according to my way only, as a non-serving politician. I'm excited to see that some of my writings are fulfilled for the common good. To do before talking, we call it tachlis. Last year's political involvement and more are bring fruit. My last suggestions are around a peace agreement that is unattainable to this day. The main reason for the Islamist agenda has seen Islam's dimension over the world as it has been in history. The State of Israel has made mistakes on its part to achieve an agreement, and there is no need now to talk about it. I'm a person who unites and not divides, to a separator but a connector. Sees all citizens of Israel as partners in the belief to achieve peace. He will make peace on his high and on his people, Israel. The question arises whether we and I differ in this belief and not. Truth history, to this day, most people from governments or presidents and leaders believe in it. Since the world is in a bad situation, economically, and security wise has seen wars, recession, inflation, and interest rates, and the cost of living, coronavirus disease. It is therefore clear that the countries of the enemy and the Palestinians Authority the same situation. And a window of opportunity was created for several months to achieve a peace agreement with them. Or it will be a bridge to the vision of reality to see better economic world, the state of Israel, and the Palestinian authorities. All the programs that were established in the past must be taken, and I would love for mine as a citizen to connect everything simply and with good communication. See, communication is everything in life. As in the past, a few years ago, I gave a speech about this online, and I say all this to you, the head of the Palestinian Authority. This is not out of love for your people, and not out of love for your peoples, for us. The segments between the two peoples exist in the light of what has occurred and is happening. Zalama, see reality sometimes changes. The process is now, not tomorrow, but another hour. Before you stand the distinguished and deserved president of all, the Honorable Mr. Yitzhak Herzog, and a good government headed by the Honorable Mr. Yair Lapid. Among the government ministers, some leaders can change the face of reality, see a long war for another 100 years, or how much you and your people feel like. The damage is on both sides, but yours is 7 times bigger. See peace agreements with the State of Israel, the Abraham Accords, and other Arab countries joining. See from vision to reality to see a better economic world, the State of Israel and the authorities. This speech and the agreement I wrote a few days ago went to the leaders of and the Honorable President Mr. Biden. Abu Mazen once said me, we call on you to reach an agreement. The path of time is calling you, and it will be part of the nations to see a better economic world, State of Israel, and the Palestinian Authority. Only then, if you wish, will I come to eat hummus and baklava and black coffee with you. And I have been sick of it since time immemorial. I'm sure I'll stop for that moment because we will be good neighbors to the state of Israel and the Palestinian Authority. Thank you, Micha. Therefore, flow and connection into. Thank you.